say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more in the
Too often we don't realize what we have until it's gone. Too often we wait too late to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Sometimes it seems we hurt the ones we hold dearest in our hearts, and we allow the silly things to tear our lives apart. Far too many times we let unimportant things get in our mind, and by then it's usually too late to see what made us blind. So be sure that you let people know how much they mean to you. Take the time to say the words before your time is through. Be sure that you appreciate everything that you've got, and be thankful for the little things in life that mean a lot. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Epoxy Me That. How are you? I hope doing okay, and I want to thank you for showing up today. Did y'all forget that Friday is You Pick, I Pour Friday? That's okay. I know it's a bit of adjustment, and we all need to get used to it. So I didn't have all the things that, so I decided would go ahead and do our Bits and Bob lamp. It's for the giveaway. Remember, I laid out 4 or 5 different molds, and you all picked the mold that you would like to have me create all of our bits and bobs in. So, this one right here won. I went through, made a list, and this mold right here was the winner. And I know Sheila over at Reptiles and Resin does Scrappy Sundays, and we decided to call ours Bits and Bobs. So, this right here is the base, and this right here is the lamp part. And what you'll do is you'll demold it, and then it'll be this way. And then here's the lamp part, and that part right here is going to come out of the top here with the bulb on it. And that's how it'll work. It's really cute. I think it's going to be so precious. And this is the box that goes around the mold. You build it around the mold, and that keeps the mold from bulging out while you're putting your resin in. And I think my choice of epoxy here, my friends, is gonna be my Bondcrafter Deep Pour Epoxy Resin, because I'm really afraid that if we pour a 2-part epoxy in here, I know we're placing all these bits and bobs in there, but I'm afraid that if we don't watch it carefully what we're pouring in there, it may flash cure on me, because look how deep this is. Let me get my ruler, my measuring tape out. This thing is 4 inches thick. So we definitely couldn't do that with a 2-part epoxy. I would not even attempt that. And I really would like to get it done in 1 pour. So we're going to use I'm thinking about doing a 2-part epoxy on this, because if I poured a deep pour in there, man, that would probably take really long to cure. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll pour this one in a 2-part epoxy. We'll pour this one in a deep pour. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and build the box around this, and then we'll whip up some epoxy, because the good thing about using deep pour is you have lots of time to get everything situated and how you want it, because it takes deep pour resin a long time to cure. The Bondcrafter Deep Pour Epoxy Resin pours up to 4 inches, and this is 4 inches, which I know we won't be pouring at 4 inches after we put all our bits and bobs in. And this deep pour epoxy resin, you have 80 minutes working time, which is more than enough. And then it cures in 48 to 72 hours. So I think that's the best bet for this. So let's go ahead and build our box here. Uh-oh. I didn't like how it was sitting in there. It was bulging that side out. So I popped 2 of the little pieces off the bottom and it fit in there perfectly. So I don't need those little pegs anyway. It slides right on there. See? And perfectly square box. I had to look up on my resin calculator how to mix that deep pour epoxy resin, because it's a 2-to-1 resin epoxy system. So that means you have 2 parts of resin to 1 part hardener. So I have it mixed up, and we're going to go ahead and start. I have some more over here in this container, but we're going to go ahead and start putting our scrappies in this cup and get them introduced to the resin, and then we're going to pour. Oh, and I also want to add a little bit of glitter. Y'all know it wouldn't be me if I didn't put some glitter in here. I'm sorry if you don't like glitter, but I can't help myself. I'll be good, I promise. I'm just going to put a little bit. Just a little. Teeny, teeny bit. Alright, now I'm going to stir that up. And the good thing about deep pour epoxy is it degasses very well. Alright, that looks really good. I don't think I put too much in there. Now let's start adding our little bits and bobs. I kind of want to hand pick some of them, you know, instead of just pouring it in there. What do y'all think? Then we'd be here all day, wouldn't we? I don't know. Look at that cute little M&M. There's another M&M. There's no telling what's in here. Look at that coffee. This is coffee. Ah, too cute. That's beautiful. I know y'all can't see through that, but it's got a really beautiful little wispy wave in there. Yeah, we got to put that in there. And then, of course, I've got some crosses. I put some of those in there. I'm scared to put those in there, though, until I get, like, down here, because I don't want the crosses to turn the other way and it'll be upside down. I would have a hissy fit if that happened. So, I'm going to hold these off until, let's see. Maybe I could, I'm going to dip that one in there. I'm going to spritz some alcohol down in there. And I'm going to try to put that one in like that and hold it there. Make sure it stays up on the edge, so it don't fall. And then let's put, that's pretty. Let's put this one in there. Put it over here somewhere. Okay. I got a Hershey bar. Get some of those crosses out. I'll put that in there. And that's an autism heart. I made that. A little sweet treat, a rose. Yeah, y'all, I'm just going to start chunking, or we'll be here all day. There's some angels, teddy bears. I want to make sure I don't get no hair in there. Look at that cute peace sign. Whoops! Well, it decided to go on in there, didn't it? There's some cherries. Another M&M. There's all kinds of stuff in here, you guys. I'm just making sure I don't get no hair in there or nothing. Cute little angels. I'm not going to show you everything because I want you to be excited about it when you get it, whoever wins it, and you start looking around at everything inside of it. All the goodies and different things that are in there. I feel like I'm mixing up a stew, a beef stew. It's getting beef stew season too, you my friends. I love me some beef stew. Whew, I love me some beef stew. Oh, look at that little teeny butterfly. There he is. Look at that. So precious. Ooh, what is that? That's tiny. I don't know what that is. No telling. In my bits and bobs container, I'll tell you that much. There is no telling what is in here. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and pour this one. What do y'all think? I think we got it pretty full. Let's turn that around. Alright. I'm going to spritz some more alcohol in there. And here we go. Oh, I hope all those bubbles make it out. There's also some glow-in-the-dark pieces in here too. Hang on. I gotta get this piece turned around. Oh. There we go. Oops. All right. Did I mess my cross up? Did y'all see where the cross went? Did it stay on its side? Oh, Jesus, I hope so. Turn the M&M around. Somebody might look in there and say, I want some M&Ms. Okay, I obviously can't sit here and turn everything around, but I sure want to. Okay. Let's get some more mixed up in there. I'm going to stop right there because I don't know how much more that's going to hold. But we need to save some of these small pieces for that piece right there, because I'm going to go ahead and pour it in deep pour. I might as well. Alright, let's see where we're at. Okay, I think we're looking good. I don't know what that is, but that is not... Oh, it's a little bitty flower, but it's not a resin flower. I don't know how that got in there. Okay, I think we could use some more resin pieces, so what do y'all think? Alright, I think we got too much resin in it and not enough scrappies. I mean, bits and bobs. Sorry. I'm used to, Sheila's, scrappies. And hearing everybody say scrappies. I want that bear turned around. Okay. I'll move that to the side. Let's go ahead and spritz some alcohol in our bottom piece there. I'm going to pour some resin in there. I'm going to stop right there. And pick out the pieces that won't lay down. Okay, I've got them filled, but some of these keep trying to float. So, I guess I'm just going to watch them and keep pushing them down. I hope that they don't end up poking out of there and messing up our lamp. Like if I don't catch it in time or something. I'm really, really hoping that doesn't happen, my friends. Oh, I will be so sad because they are trying to float. So I'm just going to try to keep an eye on them and keep poking them down in there. Now these over here, they're behaving. None of those are doing it. But I'm going to spritz some alcohol and get rid of those bubbles on the top there. And I'll keep watching it. And we do have some left over. So this is a high heel shoe. And I'm going to use this Candy Apple Blossom from Laura's Art Corner. And we're going to color this resin that we have left with it. And let's get us a beautiful candy apple shoe going on. See what it looks like. I'm trying to find me something big I can start with. There we go. Let's get that stirred up in there. That's a beautiful, beautiful mica. Just beautiful color. Have you ever seen a red that is so beautiful as this red? It's so stunning. Now, I'm in hopes that it won't fill this high heel up, and we can get the sole of the high heel in a different color. I think that would be cool and very interesting. So I'm going to spritz some alcohol down here in my high heel, and then let's go ahead and pour. Let's see where we land at. I'm going to pour a little bit in this hole right here. I mean, I know it's all going to go to the same place, but I want to get some of it in there if I don't keep spilling it. Woo, I'm not believing we almost got that high heel filled up. I don't want to fill it up though, but we can put a little bit more in it. Let me clean my mess up right here real quick, and then we can get that filled up. I'm sorry about that noise. My mom's got her TV up loud tonight. Y'all probably can hear it. Sorry about that. I need to get her some headphones. Oh, that'd probably work better than her turning the TV up really loud, wouldn't it? She did that to my sister when my sister was a teenager. She bought her own headphones so the rest of the house didn't have to listen to her music. Alright. I'll move that shoe right back there. And I'm going to put a little bit more in there. We don't have much left, but I don't want to fill it up either. Okay. I'll stop right there, because we don't have anything left, really. Alright, let's go a little bit more. Yeah, we can go ahead and use it all. It's not going to fill the shoe up. Now we got enough room to put a different color on the sole of our high heel. Alright, I'll meet you all in 72 hours. I got a lot of cleanup to do. I have stuff everywhere. And then I've got 3 buckets to clean up. So, yeah, I got a lot of cleanup to do. I'm going to keep poking these down and hope for the best. That's all I can do. Okay, this has finally cured, but we got a problem. We got a big problem. And I will not be upset if you don't enter this giveaway. I'm totally okay with that. It's all my fault. Absolutely. I will 100% take that blame. If you'll remember, when I was putting this inside this box, one of these snapped while I was doing it. So I went ahead and pulled the other one off too. And I thought it would be okay because they were locked in, you know. They were locked in there. But what happened is they weren't completely locked in like this side, and it bulged out on this side. See there? It's not bad, but it definitely did it. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the box because we can't demold it right now. But I'm so mad at myself for doing that. I wanted this to be perfect. But I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, my friends. I'm not. And I do have to say it's not bad. It's not. And you could just set that part up against your wall. you know, and nobody would ever know. But we can't demold this one yet because when all that resin settled, and it took it a while to settle, it did. And I wasn't going to mix up some more of that epoxy resin because what would I have done with it? You know, you have to mix up quite a bit of it because it's a 2-to-1. So, I just have some pieces right here poking out. So we're going to have to throw some epoxy resin on top of that to make sure that everything's nice, flat, and flush on the top. Okay? But we can demold this one. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. That H is sticking up a little bit. But I can dome that. So we can go ahead and demold this one because I'm super excited to at least look at one of them right now. And our shoe, I got some resin on the turner. We're going to put a sole on our high heel. And then we'll demold both of these together. And there are a few bubbles right here because this bear, this one, and this piece, and that U right there kept coming out of the resin. And I kept poking it back down when I thought that it wasn't going to float up anymore. And it just kept coming up. It just kept coming up. And I thought, okay, I'm going to leave it alone until I think it's almost cured. And right when I'd poke them back down again, it wasn't near cured. So they would float back up. The big bubble right there, I'm going to go ahead and poke in there instead of using my drill, and we'll fill that bubble in. And there's one over here, which I'm going to fill that right in. I'm going to fill this one right in. And there's one right here. But I might... Is that a bubble? Yep, that's a bubble. We're going to fill that one in too. I went ahead and dug that out because I don't want to use my drill on it because it'll get the resin stuff everywhere, and I don't want to do that. So I just made me an entryway to that hole. And now we can go ahead and fill it up. Yep. Okay. That's perfect. We can get right in there and close that right up. Alright, I just got our resin off the turner, and I put it in the Resiner's Airless Pro Bubble Remover machine because we don't want any bubbles in it. Okay? So while that's in the debubbler, let's go ahead and demold this piece. And we'll be okay doming this without sanding it because it's in the same day. All right. Oh, that's going to be so cute. Look at that. There's so much to look at. Absolutely beautiful. Get that little bow. Remember when we put that one in there? Oh, there's more than one. There's one right here that's... Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's a bird. Look at the bird right there. See the bird? There's a cherry. There's an arrow sign. There's Pac-Man, a ghost off of Pac-Man. turtle. There's some grapes. Let me move my hand. There's some grapes. Oh, there's an angel. And then there's a makeup brush. Wow. This came out so cool. That's beautiful. So beautiful. Look at all the glitters in there just sparkling. I love that, my friend. Absolutely love that. I'm excited for whoever wins this. I think it's going to be so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to turn it back this way because this is what we're going to be doming. Because that letter H right there, I don't know if you can see it. See right there? It's poking up a little bit. But everything else is up. This right here is too. See that? So it's a good thing I noticed that. Because I want to go ahead and get it done right now. While I don't have to sand it. Sanding is my least favorite thing to do. I've got my resin out of the debubbler. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz some alcohol in that area where that hole is at. And now I'm going to put some resin right there. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of that hole. Okay. Now I've got a few more. I took care of all the ones that I could reach in there. So now I'm going to run my heat gun back over it, pop those surface bubbles. And then we're going to spritz some alcohol on top there to get rid of them. Some of them hasn't came to the top yet. But everything looks good. I mean, there's some tiny ones in there that I couldn't make it to. But all in all, it looks really good. And the only reason they're there is my fault. Because I kept poking the things down that were floating. Alright, we're going to scoot that to the side. And I'm going to cover it. And we'll save the shoe for last because I need to make sure I have enough to dome this. I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I go ahead and top coat this. We're just going to put some resin on it. I went ahead and covered that so we won't get any dust on it. So I hope we have enough resin left to put our sole on our high heel. I'm going to use this Unicorn Disco Glitter by Sullen. So I'm just going to drop some in there, stir it up, and then spritz some alcohol in our shoe. And I'm going to go ahead and put some in the back here. And now, this part of the shoe. It looks like we had just enough. Isn't that crazy? Just enough glitter and resin. Alright, I'm going to take my heat gun, run it through, pop any surface bubbles right quick. And then we're going to spritz some alcohol. And I'll meet you back when it's time to demold it all. See you later. Are you all ready to demold our piece right here? I'm a little upset with myself because I have 3 different tables that I cure on. And the third one over there, that's where I had this at. And I did not see this silicone mat was laying over, because I have this little table thing over there that has legs on it. And I put it on top of my table over there. And there was a silicone mat laying over it. So it was laying atop over this. And it was draped down on the back end. And I didn't see it. So it laid right over that right there. See? And it made that right there. Which, I can fix it. But I'm still mad at myself for doing that. That I didn't see it. So, let's go ahead and get it out. I'm a little bit worried about it fitting right in this right here. Because of that lump right there. I think it made it not an actual square like it should be. It's a little wonky. So let's get it out and see what's going on. I'm wondering if I should roll it down. Yeah, there we go. Now let's get that center popped out. There we go. And I like to turn my molds back the right way. I don't like them sitting all wonky like that. Okay, that looks good. Now let's take a walk around our piece. Okay, is that... Okay, this is the top. Here we go. There's a peace sign. And there's a llama. See the llama right there? There's a rose. Turtle. Ice cream cone. There's our cross. One of them. Oh, look. I just noticed this. I'm going to have to fill that in with UV resin. Look what happened. I'm going to turn it to the side. Inside of that cross, there's another tiny cross. And look, an air pocket got in there. See there? I'm traveling it right now with this stick. It filled in here and here, but it didn't right there. So I'm just going to fill that in with some UV resin, and you won't even know it. Trying to see some other things here. Oh, wow. Look how that done. Look at that. I don't know what went on right there. That's wild. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea how that happened. This is crazy what epoxy resin will do. There's another llama. And there's the other cross. That one looks really good. But this is where the bubble's at on the back end. There's a little gummy bear. There's a cherry, letter F, and a little gummy bear. And there's that starfish that I put in there. And it's beautiful. I know y'all can't see what I'm seeing, but it looks smoky and wispy inside of it. It's really pretty. See, there it is. I don't know if y'all can see it really good. There's another llama, a turtle. There's an angel, an apple, and there's a bottle, another llama, a heart. I don't know what that is. And there's a bow, an M&M, a turtle, and there's a bird. The letter N. There's a lotion bottle. So much to look at. So much to look at, my friends. This turned out so cute. All right, let's put it together. And whoever gets it can look all through it. I know I'm not seeing everything, but I just can't keep y'all here all day looking in it. All right, let's see if it'll fit. Please fit, please. Oh, yes, yay. Oh, I'm so excited it fits. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Jesus. All right, we're going to put it like this. Yeah. No, maybe like that. And you can set it however you want, but we're going to go ahead and put the light in it. It's right here, and I got a light bulb. And I almost forgot. Does anybody know what we forgot? Anybody? We forgot to demold our high heel shoe. So let's go ahead and demold it. You just take that little clip off right there. And that just tries to keep that resin from getting in there. But it still does, you know, but it's not that bad. You can clip it off. Because I've made this, this high heel before. I made my mother, if anyone remembers it, a yellow high heel. All right. Ooh, look at that fancy high heel. Isn't that cute? That's a beautiful color right there. And the color is Candy Apple Blossom by Laura's Art Corner. So if you'd like to treat yourself to some of that, I do have a 10% off discount code, which is epoxymaid, all lowercase letters. And I will put that in my description box for you. So go check her shop out. She has a lot, and I do mean a lot of things to look at, my friends. So we're just going to snip off this right here. So what I'm going to have to do is probably get my drill out and get the rest out from that loop right there. And then what I'll do is, to hide that area, I will take a strip of this and cut it like this. And then bring it up the back of the shoe, something like this. So that's how I will do that. And I will share it with you when I finish it. And of course, I'm going to add some cute stuff on the bow right here. But all in all, I think it turned out beautiful. I absolutely love this color from Laura's Art Corner. The Candy Apple Blossom. It's beautiful. Okay, I got it. I had to take the little twisty thing off of it. So, let's see. I think it goes like this. Run that through there. And now, you see that, that right there? That little area right there? That's for the cord to sit in there nicely, so it will sit nice, flat, and flush, just like that. Now we could put our bulb in there. And then plug it up. Okay, I got it plugged up. Now let's turn it on. And there it is. It turned out super cute. I just love it. I just love it. Super, super cute. We also have some glowing pieces in our lamp here. Let me move this. That's part of my bathroom. Look, remember the lotion bottle I told you about? It's right there. There's an angel. There's a turtle. There's an angel. And that's a bird. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, let's turn that around. What is this? I'm not sure what those are. I don't know. But you can make it out when you get it home. I'm quite sure. Whoever wins it. Also, I think this little lamp would be so cute with a cute little lampshade on the top. That will be so cute. So if you want to be in this giveaway, drop it in the comment section below that you'd like to be entered, and I'll get you in there, my friend. I'm going to give 5 days for everyone to be entered into the giveaway, and then I'm going to close it. But I'll keep you updated. And I will do that through a post on my channel. So make sure you have your notifications turned on for my channel so you don't miss anything. And I also have a lot of really neat things coming up. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss my upcoming videos. They're going to be amazing if they turn out, you know, because resin does what resin wants to do, no matter what we want, right? So it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.